about clarity, and when you look out the side windows, you don't have that clarity if you're moving too fast.
Yeah.
You want to slow down to the speed of your abundance. When you slow down to the speed of your abundance, you can see what decision needs to be made in the moment. A lot of times we miss the current moment's decision thinking about tomorrow. God will give you something to do right now, and you'll be thinking about outcome. You'll be so focused on outcome that you'll miss what decision you need to make today.
Yeah.
And one of the ways it showed up in my life was, I call it introducing confusion. Because God said to me that I am not a God of confusion, you are. I am the God of confusion. I can do it. I can create it. But God is sure. God has clarity. And only moving when you have confirmation is a skill and a challenge that takes patience and courage, because it's cool to move with God when you know what God doing.
Right.
But when you're not so sure what God is doing, taking them small incremental steps can feel painful. I'm not gonna say painful. I'm gonna say can cause all types of anxiety and upheaval.
Yeah.
But look for the places where you have clarity. You don't have you have clarity somewhere in your life. Start there. Do the thing where you have confirmation, and the next piece of confirmation will show up. God is writing this story, a version of this story, and I am writing a version of the story, and He better at it.
Yeah.
I will give you, I will tell you, trust the process is a real thing.
Yes.
It is a thing you must learn. And God came to me several times during the week to teach me this lesson. And the final one came, I was trying to articulate something to my client. And they were not getting what I was trying to articulate. Not because I didn't make it plain, because they had not settled within themselves that was the direction we need to go. And my first reaction was to get frustrated and, do my thing. You know what I mean? Because I can gather people. God has given me enough sight to gather people. But I told y'all, God told me that ain't the season, that we out of that season. And then when I gather people, He gathers me. You feel me? So we're not gathering to be gathered no more. So I like, okay, God, I need help here. I'm frustrated. I've hit a wall and I don't know what to do next. And that was literally my prayer yesterday morning. And then somebody called me and they had done this behavioral test. You know, when you get like your NJTs, or INAJTs, or whatever the case, one of those
personality test.
Yeah, one of the they Myers-Briggs or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, have you had him take a Myers-Briggs? Because maybe the problem is not what you're saying, it's the language in which you're communicating. Now, that morning when I decided to go outside and pray, I was about to send a text message and an email, fully interpreting my feelings into it. But as I was writing the email and text message, God was like, do you want to do this again? Because we've done this. How many times you want to do this part? If you are frustrated, it's not your job. That means that I have my hand on it and it won't move until I move it.
Yep.
That means you need to stop, be still, and it will all work out.
Yes. Facts.
Now, I don't have any inkling of an idea why my information, the way I put it, didn't make sense. I don't have a choice over that. I don't have to understand why the person reading the email couldn't come to the conclusion that I was doing it in the best interest of the company and the goals. When we got on this phone call, with this other client, our third party client, and ripped, they kind of ripped us to shreds. And I could see my client just put their hand in their head looking down, like I could see God doing to them what he does to me when he gathers me in public.
Yeah.
And my heart was softened. Come on now.
There it is.
So when we got off, instead of me chastising, I was able to introduce the information again from a place of understanding and compassion.
Compassion, yep.
And he was able to receive it because it had come from a place where it needed to come from, which is the abundant place.
Yeah.
And God set it up so that there would be a firm example that when I came back with compassion that I didn't have before, it would resonate in a place where he hadn't been asked to heal before. As light workers, we are making the medicine, and you have to wait on God's timing and trust the process, because God gonna give you what you need. I needed to express myself, but God was like, it's not time yet. I knew it wasn't time because I was still frustrated.
Yeah.
And I kept deleting the text message. When you get to the point where you can start deleting text messages before you send them, you are ready. Okay.
He's like,
God, I ain't gonna touch it. That's why I was like, I was sitting here and I was deleting it. And I was like, okay, God, I ain't gonna touch it. You said be still. I ain't gonna, I'm just letting you know I can't get no other work done because I'm frustrated. I just want you to know that I'm sitting over here not getting work done because all I can think about is how I want this situation to go.
And I'm trying to be obedient, so I'm gonna put the phone down.
But when I got to the end of it, 2 lessons came. One, I was able to compassionately respond to this situation. And then I realized that if I wasn't so busy trying to do God work, I could have finished my work yesterday and I wouldn't have the spillover to today.
Listen.
Anybody out there agreeing with me? I got any touch and agrees out there?